This is my disc destroyer. It's a mean little machine with one job, testing grinding discs. With so many grinding discs and countless reviews, it's hard to separate fact from fiction. This is where the disc destroyer comes in. It cuts through the noise, delivering real results. No bias, no sponsorships, just cold hard tests. Grinding discs can face a lot of real-world challenges, like high and low pressures, hot and cold materials, and of course, fast and slow speeds. This machine tests it all, so that we can finally find the truth in the reviews. Today I'm testing the Lehigh Valley Abrasives Type 29 flap disc coming in at $6.29 per disc. I looked everywhere online, but I couldn't find any reviews. With no reviews, I will have to come up with my own. Will the Lehigh perform well, or will it be a letdown? Let's test them to find out. Let me break this down for you. Each disc will be grinding this test bar to see how much it can remove within 20 minutes time. This will chart out its story and tell us exactly how this disc behaves based on how much material it removes at any given point. But if the disc stops effectively grinding the bar, or just straight up disintegrates, the test is over. Let's begin. I kicked off the first set of tests by simulating light pressure grinding. I did this by adding a 4-pound weight to my rig. This is roughly the weight of the grinder. So how did the Lehigh disc do? Well, it was able to grind material for the entire 20-minute test and took off over 22 inches from the coupon. Next, I wanted to see how the disc would grind on a hot weld. I simulated this by heating up the first few inches of my coupon before I started grinding. And again, the disc pushed through the entire 20-minute test window and cut just shy of the previous amount. This disc has some longevity, but I want to see if I can increase the removal rate. First, I'm going to see what happens if I lower the grinder speed from 11,000 RPM to 6,000. And after running both the cold and hot tests, the results were not what I was looking for. At around 11 minutes during both tests, I stopped seeing movement on the coupon, forcing me to end them. And with both, I only measured around 10 inches removed. This is less than half the previous test results. So what's going on here? Taking a look at the disc, after the slower test, it's clear that it glazed. This is not going to help me remove more material, so I'll have to change a different variable, the grind pressure. So I put the speeds back up to 11,000 and swapped my 4-pound weight for 8. And this time, the Lehigh Valley Abrasives started off aggressively cutting away at the coupon. After 14 minutes, the disc took off almost 27 inches. Even though the Lehigh did not last as long, the removal rates were much higher. Finally, I am going to grind on heated metal one more time to see if I can get even better performance out of it. When the test started, the Lehigh Valley Abrasives was taking off material at a faster rate than the previous test. But this time, the disc lasted the full 20 minutes again. When I measured the coupon, I saw that over 36 inches of material had been cut. The disc had gone off of the charts. This was the best the disc had done in any test by almost 10 inches. So what does the data tell us about the Lehigh Valley Abrasives? If you want the best performance out of it, heavy pressure is the way to go, especially on hot metal. Now it's up to you to decide if these results are worth the $6.29 price tag. If you'd like to see the data I've collected for this disc, as well as the other discs in these tests, I've posted them at the Fireball forum, linked in the description. I'm going to keep posting more and more of these test videos, so stay tuned to find the truth in the reviews. And if you're wondering why I built the rig the way I did, how it works, and what it's all about, I have a video that goes into great detail that you should check out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.